The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is.
My favorite psalm is Psalm 121 because it really highlights to me God's protection for us, God's love for us, just how He's always seeking to be with us and keep us safe and under His control.
You restore my weary soul again and again.
My favorite psalm is Psalm 61. The Lord led me to that when a good friend of mine passed away in 2000, and it just talks about when we are faint, He is strong, and that we can find shelter in Him.
There's nothing that I have to fear.
One of the other psalms that really sticks out is Psalm 42, and it's amazing to see that depression is not just a 20th century term. This is something everyone has dealt with, and the psalmist is able to speak directly where I'm at. And it's very comforting to know that in the midst of the pain and the darkness, that God has not left us.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
I love Psalm 51 because so often in our Christian walk we try to manufacture feelings, emotions. We try to become the perfect Christian, try to manufacture that somehow, but God says in that psalm that He will renew the joy of our salvation. He restores that. He will create in us a heart that will seek after Him. Even though we sin against Him, He is the one that restores us.
That you will not provide. The Lord is.
I appreciate Psalm 22. I didn't recognize until just a few years ago that the Psalms were prophetic at all. And then since learning that they are, I can see Jesus just all over His life in the Gospels, quoting them as prophecy, which is a cool thing to see. Especially Psalm 22 because it shows Him being prophesied to be on the cross and the emotion that He'll feel when He's there. Starts with, my God, why have you forsaken me?" and that disconnect from the Father, and just the pain that He must have been going through, but that He endured for my sake on the cross just makes me appreciate His sacrifice that much more, and really appreciate this psalm that much more. So.
All the days of my life.
I like Psalm 103 a lot because sometimes I have a hard time believing that God could really be pleased with me, or that He's not just disappointed all the time when I sin. But Psalm 103 talks about how God doesn't treat me like my sins deserve, and He removes my sins as far as the east is from the west. And His loving kindness towards me is great.
You watch over me. You take care of all my needs. Won't you provide in every situation? So I sing the Lord.